Hello, hello, my yarny friends. Sorry I got up just the camera. It's Teresa with Critters Crochet. How are you today? Happy Thursday. And today is the day that I share with you my progress on my Sophie's Universe blanket. I finished part 8 and I'm following this color pattern right here in the middle. So I finished part 8 with these cute little flowers. And there are, let me look real quick. I meant to do this already. There's 18, so I've got 10 more parts to go. So anyway, this thing is getting very heavy and very huge. So I'm probably not going to be able to get it all on camera, but I'll go up and down with it so you can see. And the color's still attached because I'm using this in the next part. 1 second. Let me get my, well, you know what? I don't want to do that. Let me get a stitch marker and put in here. Where? Oh, where? Let's see. I should have already had one of these out. Here we go. Let me grab a stitch marker and stick in here to hold that stitch in place. Okay. Ready? Here we go. Like I said, this thing is massive and heavy. Woo! I think it's going to fit my queen size bed by the time I'm done with it. But here we go. Here it is so far. Is this not so pretty? I wish I could hold it up. You're just not going to see me. I'm going to hold it up in front of myself. But here we go. This is what it's looking like so far. This is, let's see. Yeah, from here to here. From right here to right here was part 8. So that's what I did for part 8. I love, let me get in my chair here so I can show you this. My favorite part of part 8 were these little flowers right here. How pretty is that? I love these little flowers. And these roses down here at the bottom, oh my word. Love it. So, that is where I am so far. And like I said, this thing is so heavy. And it said, excuse me, if you use a 4-weight yarn and a 5.5mm hook, you're going to get about a 5.5 foot square blanket. I am 5'2", and when I stand up, it touches, when I have it just at my feet, it reaches to about right here. And I still have 40 some rows to go yet on this thing. So it's going to be so huge. So let me put this on my lap and let me show this to you. I'm gonna put that hook back there so it doesn't roll off, because if that hook breaks, I'm gonna really be sad. So that was part 8. So I'm starting part 9, and there's 6 rows in part 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're showing this right here, but that's what I already have done. So it must be there's a lot of chains that are on the back of this. I don't know if I can show that to you on here or not, if you can see it or not, but they do a lot of chains on the back of the work. And I don't know, I might be working into the back, into these. There's some chains on the back here going across. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be working in those chains or what, but let's see what kind of stitches we have. I haven't been doing that, and I thought it might be fun to show you the stitches we're going to be doing for this one. looks like just starting off, first round is single crochets. Let's see, and 3 double clusters. Some front post double trebles. Excuse me. Some picot stitches. Um, the long single crochet, that's just where you go to the row below it and go into that stitch and come up and make it an extended long stitch. So a long single. Yeah, I'm looking to see what other, if there's a lot of back post stitches. Ooh, no, never mind. Oh, we got some, what is this one? Is that popcorn or bobble? 17 popcorn stitches. So we got some popcorn stitches going on in this next one. Let's see. Treble 2 together bobble. That's a new one. I'm going to have to practice that one. A treble 2 together bobble. Okay. So we will have to see what that is all about. And at the end of part 9, it's going to look like that at the end of part 9. That's the short, we have short edges and long edges, and that's what those are going to look like at the end of part 9. So that's going to be so pretty. Oh, I cannot wait to get started on that. So I am really having a lot of fun with this blanket. So fun. And if you guys have the book, I encourage you, and you've been thinking, oh, I don't know, get it. Because what I'm going to do with this after this blanket is done, it's going to go on one of my queen beds. Not sure which one yet. Not my own bed, because my husband will have it torn up. I'm not putting it on our bed. He will have that wadded up and on the floor. So no. But I have 2 other bedrooms downstairs, and I'm going to put it on one of those beds. And so I'll show you pictures of it on the bed after I decide which one. So yeah, I'm really excited. So pick it up. But what I'm going to do with it after, what I was going to say is, I'm designing blankets. I really love making blankets. And so with all of these, what's really cool about this book is the beginning of the book has a whole section that shows you how to make each one of the stitches that are in this blanket. So I think that's going to be a really great reference guide for me to use to be able to go back and pick out stitches while I'm designing blankets. So, yay! I'm excited for that. So today I have got a hair appointment because look at this. Yeah, it's bad. I made this headband. I thought, I cannot go on camera today with my hair looking like it is. I've got to do something. So I will link the pattern below, but I got on Pinterest and I found this pattern. It's called the Summer Headband. They did theirs in white, but I had some 24/7 cotton, and so I just made it with this burgundy color. Guys, no joke. They say it can be made in 30 minutes. It can be made in 30 minutes. It's really simple to do. It looks like a complicated lace, but it's all single and double crochets. That's it. Sorry. And so it is a super easy pattern to work up. So I will, I'll put that in the description box so you can look it up and try it out. But I always try to think of something I can make for the girls at camp, my kiddos at camp, my little girls. I think they would love to get a headband like this. So I think I'm going to make up a bunch of these for them. But I had to do that real quick to put something in my hair to make my hair look halfway decent this morning because it's got a mind of its own. So I've got my knee replacement scheduled for April the 9th. Called my hairdresser the other day, a couple of days ago, and I said, what do you have open before April the 9th so I can get my hair cut? And she said the only time she had open was today. That was it. So I said, I'll take it, because if I don't get it trimmed and shaped up now, no telling what it's going to look like at the end of 6 weeks before I can get out and get my hair cut again. So going today to get this mess straightened up, because it's so long that it won't even curl. It's just flat, and it's a mess. So anyway, going to get my hair cut. Got to go get Abers, my little pupper dog. I got to go get Abby some more carrots, because she's about out of carrots, and that's her favorite treat. Yeah, so got to get some things done today. So I'm going to get off of here, guys. I'm going to work on a few more rows of my blanket, and then tomorrow I will be on showing you my dishcloth from Duck Duck Dishcloth, and showing you the next dishcloth that we will be making. Missy at Missy's Yarniverse and more, she will be showing the next dishcloth today, but I will be showing that in my video tomorrow. So I hope you guys have an awesome day today, and I will see you in Friday's video. Bye, guys.